Hi, everyone, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're so happy to have you here. Just a little disclaimer before we begin and move into the meditation practice. They are doing some work on my street because of the storm. I had just lost internet, so there could be a chance that it goes out again, but hopefully we'll be good to go. If not, it'll just be part of the practice. So with that said, I hope some of you were able to join me outside in nature, or perhaps you're indoors in your home, but maybe near a window. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about nature, about the beauty of nature. We're so fortunate to be able to have nature all around us, whether it's in small doses or in large. Maybe it's just a plant within your home, or maybe there are trees in your backyard. And no matter what it is within nature, there's so much beauty and joy that can be felt and sensed from it. And so with that, I wanted to begin with a quote. In nature, nothing is perfect and everything is perfect. And I thought there was something so beautiful and true about that. And so with that, I would like to begin by inviting a meditation of our sight. So using our sense of sight as a way to ground into this moment and this particular experience. So just begin to look around your environment, whether you're inside or outside. So maybe looking from side to side. And just taking in what can be noticed. We may have been sitting in this area for some time and have not noticed the details that can be seen or explored. Maybe bringing a curiosity to this, and maybe choosing to look behind you as well. And then if you're already outside, choosing a particular object to zoom in to look a little bit more closely at. And if you're indoors, I invite you to stand up and perhaps look out a window, seeing if there's a leaf or branch or something in nature that you can gaze at. And just narrowing the focus of attention, moving from this broader focus of attention to this more narrow-minded and focused attention. And in doing so, maybe bringing a beginner's mind, really noticing all of the details that can be noticed. In nature, there's often many patterns. Perhaps looking and noticing some of these patterns that can be seen in a leaf, in a branch, a blade of grass. And what's so beautiful about these patterns is each particular part of the pattern is a piece within a larger whole. And there's something so beautiful and special about that as well. And then beginning to broaden the focus of awareness and attention once again, and just scanning the environment once more. Maybe even looking up toward the sky, and maybe sensing into the expanse. Maybe seeing the clouds floating above and sensing into the majesty and greatness of our Mother Earth. That's a possibility. And then with that, I invite you to find a comfortable seat if you've been standing. Maybe allowing the eyes to close or softening the gaze. Finding a comfortable posture to move into our meditation practice. Maybe noticing the feet, resting on the floor, and perhaps sensing into the earth, Mother Earth that is beneath the floor. Maybe feeling grounded or connected to our Mother Earth in some way. And then moving up the body and into the sits bones. Maybe noticing the sits bones now resting on the seat. And tuning into this contact, using it as an anchor into the body, into this moment. And then maybe finding a little extra length in the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. Just settling more and more into this posture. And I invite you now to direct the attention, to rest the awareness on sound. So not searching for sound, just allowing sound to enter the ears as it enters your field of awareness. Noticing what can be heard internally, up close, and also noticing what it is that can be heard afar. And as you continue to listen to sound, as you continue to allow sound to enter your field of awareness, perhaps you begin to notice some sounds of nature. Maybe the birds chirping, maybe the leaves rustling as they sway back and forth in the wind. Just noticing the sounds of nature that surround you. If there are, in fact, sounds of nature surrounding you. And if the mind wanders, which it surely will at some point, just coming back to sound once again. Really allowing sound to be our anchor to this present moment experience. Maybe inviting a curiosity as you continue to explore sound. Where's the mind now? If it's drifted away in thought, to-do list, what's to come later, whatever it might be, just coming back to sound once again. And then letting go of sound and knowing that just as the trees breathe, we ourselves as human beings breathe. And with that notion, resting the awareness on our own breath, our own natural rhythm of the breathing cycle. And just staying with the breath now as best you can. Riding the waves of the breath, breath by breath and moment by moment. Just staying with this life-sustaining force. Staying with each breath all the way to the end. And staying with each inhalation, perhaps observing and noticing the nuances of each inhalation. Maybe noticing how each inhalation naturally segues into the exhalation. And then staying with each exhalation, from beginning all the way to the end. Maybe noticing the natural pause at the end of the exhalation before the next breath cycle. And now beginning to really observe with the curiosity all of the characteristics of the breath. Maybe noticing if it's a warm breath, a cool breath. Perhaps there's a difference between the inhalation and exhalation. Is the breath moist or dry, shallow or deep? No need to change or manipulate the breath in any way. Just beginning to observe and notice its characteristics. Maybe noticing if these characteristics shift or change moment by moment in any way. And now begin to notice where it is within the body that the breath can be felt the most distinctly. So maybe it's in the belly as the belly rises with the inhalation and falls during the exhalation. Maybe it's in the chest, the nostrils, wherever it is in the body, just sensing and tuning in to where the breath can be felt the most prominently, and resting the awareness and attention here. And now perhaps noticing the breath sweeping through the entirety of the body. Maybe sensing into the breath being felt in every corner of the body. Maybe not. Seeing if it's possible to notice the body as it's breathing, and breathing into every corner of the body. Perhaps deepening the breath, exaggerating the inhalation and exhalation. That feels right. Maybe even exhaling audibly, inhaling deeply and giving a sigh or an audible exhale if that feels right in this moment. Maybe taking a few of these deep breaths and then coming back to the natural breath cycle. And I'm going to read a poem by Anna Volker. I want to tell you about the sunflower I found on the sidewalk yesterday. It is wilting, curled, and gorgeous, and it knows it. I want to be like that, never forgetting my own beauty, never forgetting how to say bloom. And then just taking a few moments to allow those words to wash over you if they resonate. Maybe allowing them to settle in some way. Maybe these words are a reminder of our connection to nature, a reminder of how we are also part of the natural world, living and breathing beings among the trees, the grass, the birds, the animals. And taking a few more breaths. And in a moment, I'm going to ring the bell. And as I do so, perhaps allowing this sound to continue to be a part of the meditation practice. So just simply allowing the sound to enter your ears as we allowed all of the sounds of nature and our environment to enter our ears in our meditation. And if your eyes have been closed, just allowing them to gently open. And now maybe taking one more moment to look around at your environment once again. Noticing what this is like this time around. Perhaps noticing a difference from beforehand. Maybe not. Just taking in your environment once again. And I would like to thank you for participating in this Wellness Wednesday. I wanted to leave the last few moments in case anyone wanted to share. There's absolutely no pressure, but if you'd like, you're welcome to unmute yourself and say hello, or turn your video on and say hello. So just give a moment if anyone would like to do so.
Thank you, Sarah. That was lovely.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for joining.
I'm glad I didn't miss it among all the chaos that's been happening.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Yeah, thanks again.
Thank you. All right, well, thank you everyone. Be well, and we hope to see you soon. Have a wonderful rest of your Wellness Wednesday. Take care.